Hi, good morning, everyone. Just so that you are aware, we as the Spottmedia team has decided to start a marketing series, speaking to different role players with regards to marketing, decision makers, leaders within the South African community and business community. And really, this is just an initiative to add value to you as a business owner, as an entrepreneur or startup. And we are just wanting to assist and help and grow your business, etc. So I am today so excited because I am chatting to Emma Dittmer. Is that right? Did I pronounce your name correctly?
Yes, Dittmer.
Awesome. And Emma is believe it or not, Emma is the marketing manager for Ucook, an amazing brand that I've followed for quite a number of years. And this is also a brand that is South Africa's leading dinner kit service. And working in a startup environment for the last few years means she's well versed in the fast-paced exciting world of e-commerce and all things digital marketing. So I am so pleased and excited to be chatting to Emma today and really to get her thoughts on the past year with regards to COVID. But yeah, we just want to add some value, and I'm going to get straight into it, Emma. So I think who better, to ask about the Ucook brand than you. I can explain and say what it is, but please share with us a bit about Ucook and what it's all about.
Sure. So Ucook started as a kind of very small dinner kit service. I think initially our founders started it in their parents' garage in Newlands. So it was really, really small. They were kind of delivering all of the boxes themselves and packing them themselves, making their own recipes. And then over the years, it's grown. So we deliver now almost 5,000 boxes a week. Nationally, which is really exciting. So we have a warehouse based in Cape Town and one up in Joburg, so we can kind of deliver all over South Africa, which is really exciting. And then in the last kind of 2 years, we've really been working on, expanding our products and introducing a frozen range, which is our craft meals. We've partnered with a whole load of chefs for those, and that's kind of ready-made convenience, which is great because not everyone loves to cook. So even though our meal kits are convenient and everything's delivered to your door and perfectly portioned, not everyone likes to cook at all. So there's some nice convenience options too, where all you have to do is heat and eat. And then we have a lot of stuff on the horizon. We are hopefully launching wine collaboration soon. Where our meal kits will be partnered with wine farms. We're launching baby food. There's some kids' meals on the horizon. So yeah, lots of really exciting things happening. I think we really want to become a sort of one-stop shop as a brand, where you can get everything you need from us.
Wow, that's amazing. And please do let me know that when you guys do release the wine offering, I'm first on your list.
Perfect. I'll let you know.
Thank you. And I just, Ucook has come a long way. And like you might mention, there's a lot of growth, a lot of development from the brand. And you guys have really done well so far. So 2020 came and COVID hit the world on a global basis. And every single industry, every business suffered. And I mean, I'm sure Ucook did as well, but please share with us really what was going through your mind at the time, and how did Ucook pivot or transition during this pandemic?
Yeah, so basically we were incredibly lucky in 2020. I think being deemed an essential service in the initial lockdown was a huge blessing for us, and something that we definitely didn't take for granted, which I'm very proud of, because it would have been quite easy to sort of rest on our laurels and just be like, people need food, let's see what happens kind of thing. But we really kind of saw how lucky we were to be able to keep operating. And we were really, really focused on what we could do to help those who couldn't. So, I mean, I think we started 2020 with this whole kind of big growth plan and ideas for what we wanted to do. And like everyone else in the world, when COVID hit, it completely went out the window. And we had to pivot and completely rework our structure for the rest of the year. And also kind of adopt this new process of potentially not planning as far ahead because everything was just so unpredictable. So I think as a company, we really learned to just kind of turn things around really quickly if you wanted to get it live, and also to just, focus on what was manageable to execute quite quickly. And then something that our CEO is really, really passionate about is obviously giving back to the community and helping where we can. So one of the first things that we launched was a food fund, just to try and help help communities who are really struggling to, feed themselves during this time. So Ucook's quite a premium product. We have quite a high LSM as our sort of target audience. And that was the kind of the group of people who, weren't necessarily suffering as much during lockdown. Obviously, everyone had their struggles, but we really wanted to help those who were just completely, had the rug pulled out from beneath them. So we focused on raising money from them. We actually raised our prices at Ucook and took a portion of that, which we donated every month to this food fund. And we added to that, we got a whole lot of brands on board to help with that. And we ended up raising R1 million to give back to the community, which was something that we worked really hard on, that we were really passionate about. And I think it was really important to just give back to those who needed us most during that time. And then, another industry that we often work really closely with, and a big kind of fundamental of our marketing campaigns, is pairing with restaurants and chefs. And obviously we know the hospitality industry has really taken a knock during this time. So in, I think it was June last year, we focused on a Save the Restaurants campaign, with similar sort of scenario. We tried to raise money to donate to these chefs each week. We did live cook-alongs where we hosted these big events, obviously all virtually, where our customers could cook along with the chefs, donate to them via QR codes, and just help them support their staff during this time, as well as obviously offering them our platform to promote their restaurants, when they needed it most. So I think that was, a big thing that we took out of the sort of lockdown period, was just looking at our uniquely South African situation. And just seeing what we could do, and obviously we were limited to doing most of our stuff in Cape Town because we couldn't really travel interprovincially. But, I think we did what we could to really try and make a difference locally, which I think is important for brands to do.
And that is so amazing, focusing on local brands, South African brands, and helping each other where we can to support each other during a time of difficulty. And I just want to ask you, as the marketing manager for Ucook, what advice or tips would you have for businesses in the year 2021? So you've had a couple of lessons, you guys have pivoted nicely, transitioned nicely, implemented a couple of marketing strategies, initiatives for the brand. But what would you say are a few tips or ways forward that you think brands or businesses on a smaller scale should take note of with regards to their business?
I think it's really important to keep your finger on the pulse of what's your kind of your target market is saying, what's happening online, what are people kind of really stressed about at that time, and seeing how you can, come up with a solution for that. So obviously, we launched our restaurant campaign in the midst of kind of all the protests of people, saying all those things on social media, holding the signs of how many jobs, their restaurant provided. So we kind of saw that going around, and we were like, obviously, from a marketing point of view, this is also an opportunity for us to get involved in that. So to kind of look for those opportunities where things are happening is really important. It's easy to list out your plan for the year and stringently stick to that and be like, oh no, but we said we do this in that month. And I think you have to be willing to shift that if you see those opportunities. And obviously it's a win-win sort of opportunity as well. You want to try and see where you can help and where your brand can be a service to whoever needs it, but also doing campaigns like that or marketing initiatives like that, it serves your brand just as well. You know, you come out on top because people remember that, you know, and people will value your brand for that. And while maybe it doesn't hit your sort of growth targets you were looking for, that sort of brand awareness and brand love that you're going to gain from it is sometimes worth it. So that's a big thing that we've learned to do as a brand, I think, is just constantly look for those opportunities and don't shy away from them if it's not in your plan. And then I'm trying to think of other tips. I think that's probably our biggest one. And then I think it's not being afraid to change. You know, and if something's not working or you're like, wait, this shouldn't be our priority right now, something else is happening, run with that. You know, don't be too afraid to change things up, because sometimes it works in your favor.
Awesome, lovely stuff. I love those tips, Emma, and I totally agree with you as well. Something that I've experienced as well during the year 2020. And I know that you are a very busy individual working on those strategies for Ucook. So I'm not going to keep you up any longer. I want to thank you once again for joining me today. And I'm looking forward and to the year 2021 to also see what's happening with the Ucook brand and how you guys move from strength to strength.
Thank you. Yeah, we're really excited for the year ahead. You know, our team's grown enormously. We were also lucky in that sense where we had so many things going on. We actually needed to expand. So while lots of companies were retrenching, we were hiring, which was a great opportunity. You know, we found some amazing people. So we've grown. We have lots of plans that we want to execute in the next couple of years. So I think our goals are big and we're excited. But I think, yeah, it's important to just also stick to your gut as a company and what you stand for. That's something we are very, very strict with. So as we grow, we want to make sure we keep giving back and we keep thinking about our immediate community. So yeah, if you can as a brand do that, then keep it in mind.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Emma.
Thank you.